Hello. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm gonna do another, excuse you, another kind of catch up with me vlog today. I really enjoyed having a chat last week. I just sort of put the camera down and I was cooking dinner. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it up here. We just had a chat. It was me chatting to a camera, which is basically me chatting to myself, but it was fun, and you guys seem to like the casual chat, so we're gonna have another one today. I thought I would catch you up with what I've been doing this week, and I have a few things that I wanted to kind of show you in this video too. So I sat down, I'm on the floor right now, and I've got a little friend here who is literally living her coziest life right now. Look at this little bean. So this week, Monday was actually my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. So I kind of had some family time and I was back at home. But then yesterday was really cool. So I went up to London for a special screening of Stranger Things, which Stranger Things is awesome. Topshop were holding a screening of the first, I thought it was the first episode of the new series of Stranger Things, but it turned out to be 2 episodes, which was awesome. So yesterday I went up to London and I met Susie there. She knows me so well. Look at this present I just received. Thanks. Very appropriate for tonight's goes on. They actually took our phones away from us when we went into the screening because it was super kind of top secret. I had to sign an NDA because obviously we were one of the first people to see it. I've watched 3 episodes now. I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers, but it's so good, and I'm really looking forward to finishing this video, getting it uploaded, and then just sitting back on the sofa and watching the whole thing. So let me know if you like Stranger Things and if you're going to watch it too. But yeah, that was really fun. We did a little takeover of the Topshop Instagram as well. I'll try and insert some clips and things like that here because it was really cool. Hey guys, we're in Castle Fires. We are getting cozy. Look! It's so cool. So cute in here. Ended up missing my last train, so I kind of just headed on back to Susie's and we had a sleepover, which was fun. Basically we got home at about midnight and I fell asleep because I was so tired. But yeah, we woke up this morning and went to get some breakfast. We also got to do a little super quick like supermarket spree while we were in Topshop, which was amazing. It was literally like 5 minutes dash, pick out a few things. So I wanted to show you guys what I chose. If you've ever been to the Oxford Circus Topshop, it's just insane. There's like 4 floors, I think, full of beautiful things. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys what I picked out. I have these 2 massive Topshop bags. I went for coats. I don't know if the color will come up properly on camera. It's such an amazing pink. It's kind of like quite a rich pinky pink, but it's beautiful. It's kind of furry as well. It's not super furry and like really fluffy teddy bear style, but it has a little bit of kind of fluff to it, which I do like. I'm gonna try this on for you guys and a few of the other bits after I film this clip, so yeah, you can see what they look like. But oh, I love this coat so much. I got a couple of jumpers as well. I picked up this one, which is really kind of basic, kind of grey, slightly cropped jumper. I like that it has this orange in it. It's got this like neon bit in the collar, and also weaved throughout it has these little orange flecks too. So I thought that was a really cute throw-on jumper. It's super soft too. Also, another jumper I got is this cream one. I like cream jumpers, can you tell? This is kind of different. It has like an asymmetric, little like asymmetric hem at the bottom. This one is gorgeous. It's a bit more kind of formal and dressy, but it's a camel coat. It's a little bit more brown actually. I really like the style of it though. It's very kind of tailored and fitted, but it's super long too. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much sorted for coats this season. Okay, so onto the thing that I really wanted to show you in this video. The thing that I'm super excited to talk about. The books. I ordered some books from Amazon. I think I briefly showed me doing that on my Insta stories, and so many of you guys, literally so many of you, commented that you wanted to see what I bought. I think you like it when I talk about books, and I do as well, so let's talk about books. I actually just really enjoy how this pile looks. This is very aesthetically pleasing to me. I like all these colours together. I'm gonna start off with this one actually. This is the one that I'm currently reading. This is the, and I can never say this word, this is the Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. I love this copy that I managed to get. I got this secondhand from Amazon. It's like a really pretty cover with these flowers on it. Kind of looks like wallpaper. So this is not my normal kind of book. This is very different from the things that I usually read, but I've heard so many people say how good it is, so I kind of got like drawn into the hype of it all. There's not really much to say about this. Let me read you the blurb. The Roanoke girls seem to have it all, but there's a dark truth about them that's never spoken. Every girl either runs away or dies. I'm kind of into it. It's definitely a bit weird, but I need to read more. So that is what I'm currently reading, and that's one of the books that I got this month. This is such a cute tiny little book. This is the #1 New York Times bestseller, The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. I've had so many reading recommendations from you guys this month, and I'm fully on board with that. I love it when you guys suggest things for me to read, and this was one that kept popping up. Quite a few of you said I should give this a go and read it, and I think it's a really popular book, although I haven't ever heard of it. This is a non-fiction book, which again, I don't usually read a lot of non-fiction, but I'm kind of excited to get into it. And I think it's basically an account of this woman, Gretchen Rubin's life, a year in her life where she sort of dedicated herself to trying to find happiness and becoming happy. She kind of goes through a lot of different things, from scientific research to lessons from popular culture, wisdom through the ages, all about finding happiness and if happiness actually really even exists. So that one is on the top of my pile to read at the moment. Okay, next, I shamefully bought this book because I thought the cover was so beautiful. Look at this. This is the cutest book I have ever seen. It's called The Hygge Holiday. Hygge, this word that again nobody can pronounce unless you're actually from Finland or Norway. Is it Norwegian? Yeah, this is by Rosie Blake. I think this is a very kind of throwaway chick lit fiction. It's kind of like a seasonal one as well. Everything is going wrong for Thorpe this autumn. It's cold, drizzly, and the skies are perma-grey. The last business on the high street, an adorable little toy shop, has just shut its doors. Then Clara Christensen arrives. So yeah, this is kind of one of those books that you read on holiday and you just basically forget all about. But I'm not against that. I really like kind of easy to read, easy to digest fiction, and it's so pretty too, so I will definitely be keeping this book, probably just to display. But yeah, I think if I want something really kind of lightweight, I will pick this one up. And it's really festive too. I do like reading festive books, so like autumny, Christmassy books around that time, and we are full force in autumn. I even have a pumpkin here next to me. Look at this. I bought this last year from HomeSense, and I can only use it pretty much 1 month out of the year, but I love it and it's gonna stay. Okay, next on the pile we have Call Me By Your Name by André Aciman. You might recognize the title of this. This is actually a movie at the moment, or I think it's coming out soon, with Armie Hammer in it. I like Armie Hammer, he's great, isn't he? So this is actually the wrong cover. I ordered a different one, and I think this is just the original artwork. But oh, hello, have you come to join us? I think Moon's interested in this one. This is a love story. It's kind of like a evocative, deep romance between, I think it's a 13-year-old boy, 17, sorry, and a man who is his father's house guest on their Italian Riviera. I think this is kind of an older book. When did this come out? Oh, 2007. It's not as old as I thought it was, but I think it is really popular. And obviously, as they are making it into a movie, I had to read it. I cannot watch something if I know it's been a book beforehand. I have to read the book first. So I get through a lot of these. I was doing a little bit of reading into Carrie Fisher. I kind of just started with one article, which was about her sending a producer a cow's tongue, which I just thought was awesome. She's so kick-ass. You can't really say kick-ass with a British accent, can you? It doesn't quite come out right. But yeah, it's kind of sad that it took Carrie Fisher passing away for me to realise, and a lot of people to realise, how awesome she was. She was such a cool lady. And yeah, she wrote a couple of books. I actually have also ordered her autobiography, which I think is called The Princess Diarist. It's kind of like an autobiography slash memoirs, poems, kind of random things put together, which I really want to read. I've seen a few little bits of it over the internet. She's written a lot of stuff and I never realised, so I ordered this one, which I think is her debut novel, the New York Times best-selling cult classic. This is called Postcards from the Edge by Carrie Fisher, of course. It's introduced by Stephen Fry too, which I think just made me want to buy it even more. Love Stephen Fry. It kind of sounds like this is sort of loosely based around her life and things that she knows about. So Susan Vale, formerly acclaimed actress, is in rehab, feeling like something on the bottom of someone's shoe and not even someone interesting. So yeah, this kind of eccentric character who's an actress in Hollywood and has to deal with some of the things that come as a result of that. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this and see what Carrie Fisher's writing style is like. Next book on the pile, this one is a Kazuo Ishiguro book. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He just won the Nobel Prize for Literature literally a few weeks ago. If you've seen the Keira Knightley film Never Let Me Go, which is, it's a good film, but it's also kind of harrowing, which I think is kind of a common theme with a lot of his writing. That is definitely one to read as well. But this is The Remains of the Day, which is set in the summer of 1956. Stephen's, the aging butler of Darlington Hall, embarks on a leisurely holiday that will take him deep into the countryside and into his past. Sounds very English and very kind of like a period drama in a book. Period dramas are definitely my favourite kinds of films and literature a lot of the time, so this sounds great. I think this actually is a film. I think it has Emma Thompson in it, so if I like the book I might read the film as well. But I really do like his writing and I see why he won the Nobel Prize. Well deserved. Okay, this one is a brick of a book. Look at this. I think this has been condensed as well too, because the writing is so small. I don't know how old these are, but Bloomsbury have started doing the modern classics. I always love the modern classics. So the Penguin ones, I think it's the Penguin ones that are also cloth bound. There's some really gorgeous books. I have a few of those. So I was looking at these ones and they've kind of done these new covers and bindings for a few Bloomsbury books. I'm trying to read the ones in here, but they are so small. Yeah, no, I can't read any of that. But this one is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which I'd heard of a little bit before, not much. I just really loved the artwork on this. It kind of really drew me into it. It's a woman in a mirror. It's kind of about magic and strange things. I think it's sort of set in Victorian England. When I was reading about this, it sort of reminded me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which I read in school, college. There's so many variations and interpretations of that, but if you haven't read the original book, you should, because it's really different. It's so not what they make it out to be in films when someone literally like transforms into this big green man. But yeah, this definitely intrigued me, and as much as this may kind of put some people off, the size of this, oh, did I just see an illustration? I really love getting wrapped up in a giant book. The bigger the better, really. I always get really sad when books end, so when you're reading something that's literally this small, I can probably do this in half a day. So I actually have another non-fiction book. This is kind of the opposite of this one. I think this actually was recommended when I put this one into my basket on Amazon. This is written by Derren Brown, and I looked it up and this is actually Derren Brown, as in the magician guy. I didn't actually know he wrote books, so there we go. Yeah, so this is Derren Brown, Happy, why more or less everything is absolutely fine. That tagline really got me. I thought that was funny. I'll read the back of this one again. It says, everybody says they want to be happy, but that's much more easily said than done. What does being happy actually mean, and how do you even know when you feel it? So it's kind of very similar to this, looking into happiness and what happiness is and what it means to different people, but with a little bit more of a cynical take on it. But I think it's supposed to be funny as well. Who doesn't like a little bit of light-hearted reading? Which order should I read these in, guys? Should I be cynical first and then serious, or serious and cynical? I don't know, but I love how both of these books are like the same colours. They're blue and yellow. Is that supposed to be the colours of happiness? I'm also kind of concerned that I'm going to read this and be kind of subliminally tricked into doing something. If you're not familiar with Derren Brown, he's very good at kind of mind control and subliminal messages and things like that. So maybe if I read the first letter of every line in the second sentence of each page, then it'll tell me something. Okay, I have one last book to show you guys. This one is the 14th Letter by Claire Evans. So I think when I found this one, I was looking for like a Christmassy murder mystery kind of thing. So I was probably in like the mystery section of fiction, and I read the description for this and I literally added it to my bag straight away. I was so intrigued. I'm just gonna read it to you guys. On a balmy June evening in 1881, Phoebe Stanbury stands before the guests at her engagement party. This is her moment when she will join the renowned Rycroft family. As she takes her fiance's hand, a stranger with a knife steps forward and ends the poor girl's life. Amid the chaos, he turns to her groom and mouths, "I promised I would save you." Huh! Does that not just draw you in? It draws me in. For some reason, there's just something about reading a murder mystery at Christmas or around this time of year. I don't know what it is, but it just seems to work. So I might save this one for a little bit later, maybe sometime in December once I've got through all of these. Look at this pile. Is that just not the most inviting thing ever? I love new books. I found a word, I'm going to pop it up on the screen now, for someone that likes to buy books more than read them, or just likes to hoard them and keep them, and the actual process of buying the books is the most fun part, which I think kind of applies to me a little bit because I hoard books, I really do. So that is today's video, guys. Keeping it chilled, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna leave you guys here, so thank you all for watching. If you have any other book recommendations for me, please leave them below. Tell me what you like, what you've been reading at the moment, what your favorites are, because again, I love looking at books and hearing about books and talking about books. So yeah, stay tuned for next week and I will see you then. Bye.